So you talked about Portugal and the Portugal brand. What do you think needs to change? Where do you see it going?
I think nowadays Portugal has made like a great investment in their image and the structures. So Portugal nowadays and Lisbon, I think we have these two different approaches. We have Lisbon and we have Portugal. I think what was done on the last 20 years, I think it was amazing. So I have to take my hat to the people that thought about all of this. And yes, for a small country to be like totally respected and all the connections, I think we are totally there. The thing is that we need more investment. I think the lack of investment will be the major issue because it's really difficult, and we are talking about Portugal and Lisbon brand, but we have the same thing with the companies. So if I was in the States or in the UK or whatever, I would go to someone and said, I need 1 million just to develop an idea, okay? And they would say, okay, the idea is good, I will give you the money. So in a year, to have an investment of 1 million euros, which is nothing, okay, for a company that wants to go outside, it's really difficult, and people are not willing to spend or to invest. So I think the key issue is to have the people that are
to attract investors,
and to also to the country. We need to say to the people that live in Portugal, we need to invest in our image and our branding and our communication platforms, because it's the only way that we could help the economy to go furthermore. And we are sensing that because they made an investment on tourism, on communication as an excellence in the tourism field, and it's paying. So nowadays we are an amazing country. You have lots of tourists. We go to downtown and we see everyone. So sometimes there are more foreigners at downtown Lisbon than Portuguese, and that's amazing. Because
that's a little bit about Lisbon and going out of the traditional tourism side, about the people setting up businesses in Lisbon and coming to do business in Lisbon.
On Monday I was at Startup Lisbon, and there was this girl from New York that said, oh, I was living in New York. I went to that program From Start to Table. I was also a speaker there, and I was so she known me there, and she went to my office, said, look, now I'm working here, I'm starting to develop a company that wants to export wines to the United States. So we have ginger, so you want to put our ginger in that. So I think that people, once they arrive here, they feel totally at ease, because on the end of the day we are always and simply human. So we need all the things that the basic needs is to have warm weather, to have a place where things are understandable. And the thing is that Portugal, in that sense, in Lisbon, is becoming more friendly to investment, in my opinion. The only thing that is lacking, it's investment to bring big investors to Lisbon.
What do you think needs to be done to improve the Lisbon startup ecosystem?
Okay, so in here I have to be totally transparent with you, because I'm a fan of Startup Lisboa and Hub Criativo do Beato, and I'm friends of everyone there. So my girlfriend used to work there, so she was like she was the responsible of communications since the time of João Vasconcelos. So she stayed there for the first 6 years. So I'm totally connected with the community and with the people there. So what I know is that they work a lot, and they make wonders. And we always go to the same thing. I think it's the lack of investment. What we need is to have a national plan or a Lisbon plan. And I know that they have, that's why we have Startup Lisboa, we have Hub Criativo do Beato. What I think is we need more acceleration on that process. So what we need? We need always only to be connected, because what I sense when I go to Startup Lisboa and see lots of events that they do every day, and they bring people from all over the world, from businesses. The thing is that if we had more investment on the companies, we would have more time to connect with that. So people are always like, oh, I need to be on time because I need to meet up with these investment objectives. So people are always so focused on the business and to find out money that sometimes they forget to connect. Okay, I can talk with propriety on this, because I sometimes feel the same. I should have gone to that event. I should have connected with this guy, but the strength and the velocity of times are so huge that I think we are lacking a little bit of time to think and to be connected. That's my take on that. Because you can go to Startup Lisboa and find there are more than 60 companies there. You can go to Hub Creativo do Beato and you see that factory is going there, a major hub from Berlin. You see that Mercedes is investing there. So you see lots of things happening. What I think is time for people to connect.
You were a mentor at Startup Lisboa.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that experience.
So, I'm a mentor there. It was, for me, it's really good because one of the things that I found more is to connect with people. Okay, that's, I think it's one of the things that truly stand out in my personality is the way that I engage with people. Okay, so one of the things that I'm most fond of is to talk and to interact. So when I was there and was mentor only on the sense of talking about social media, advertising, it was really nice to understand that lots of different businesses and companies had always the same problem. Is the way that they interact with media and with the message and advertising. So it was really, how can I say, it was really hard feeling, or it was like being able to fulfill this need that I have in human terms, that connect and engage with others. And it was really good to learn, especially to learn.
Ricardo, you're an entrepreneur yourself.
Yes.
Tell us a good piece of advice to young entrepreneurs.
The only advice that I have is, first, you need always to follow your dreams. And you say, oh, everyone says that. No, because without passion and without your investment, emotional investment on the project, it will be impossible, because nobody will ask for the money that you need. Nobody will ask for you the help that you need. So the only way to do it is to be passionate about. Okay, that was one thing. And the other thing is is that you need to have some structure. Okay, in that sense, it's more difficult. But if you go to Startup Lisboa, for instance, and I can talk about the perks that we have there are lots of perks that are being incubated there that you don't need to invest. And you also, the most important thing of Startup Lisboa, in my humble opinion, is the mentoring that they give you there. So if you go to talk to Miguel Fontes or André or someone that is in the structure, they will never leave you without any answer or support or advice. And lots of companies, the same with João Vasconcelos, the late João Vasconcelos. I was there and I saw lots of times he's saying to someone, look, your business is good, but you need to talk like this to investors. So most of the time, João was also doing the pitch for the companies himself. So it's
a hands-on approach that really works.
It's
there,
really,
right?
I have this emotional connection with Startup Lisboa because it's really difficult not to engage with the beautiful people that are there and the companies. And let me tell you that in 10 years, when your documentary about the ecosystem is out there, you will find out that the revolution in Lisbon was made from that street, Rua da Prata, because it's so beautiful, the energy.
That's the epicenter of what's happening.
I think so. With the most respect with the other accelerators, incubators that are also in Lisbon, they have the key part on this ecosystem. But I think the pulsar of everything, because it was like a difficult outtake to say, let's bring technology and tech to the old town, to downtown, to Baixa. It was like, when you put downtown with technology, high tech, you said, oh, it's not possible. And the thing, it was really revolutionary, because when people talk about that, so how come we can engage people from outside Lisbon, from other countries, and to bring here? So it was the quality of life, and it was the history, and it was the city. That's why this matrix about how Lisbon is growing in that sense is so difficult to replicate, because it was like that vision to connect with a city that is, I don't know how many years I have Lisbon, but it is being, since the discoveries since the 15th century, it has been the center of exchanging. So it was really intelligent from the people that thought about that to put the center there. So, so I think that probably what we need more is union between all the stakeholders. But I think it's difficult because they have all different purposes and objectives, and sometimes they don't connect. But probably if in the near future, I think that will be something that will happen naturally, because we need, in that sense, we need scale about talking about our projects and the efforts. And that we have also Startup Portugal that is also making a road to somewhere, we don't know where, but it's really important because they are the major stakeholders with the Web Summit and all the other conferences and bringing investment. So I think we have Startup Lisboa, Startup Portugal, we have also BTI, we have also this network of incubators all over the country. If you have Startup Torres Novas, we have Parque Tecnológico de Óbidos, we have lots of them. So the thing, I think, what is...
It's a whole network that's making it work.
It's like a neural network, but it's not totally connected. I think in 5 years or something, they will be totally connected. So, and when someone arrives at Lisbon, and someone will tell you, look, you should not be in Lisbon, you should be in Óbidos. And in Óbidos, they say, you should go to Oporto. I think we need this sense of vision for the whole country, the whole country as a whole, but I think we are taking steps, because when I go to Óbidos, Miguel from there, Miguel Silvestre, is really cool, and he wants to talk with Miguel Fontes to make like synergies. So I think naturally, because of the quality of the human beings that are in front of these institutions, we'll make this connection.
Ricardo, thank you very much for this interview.
You're most welcome. Thank you so much for the opportunity.